Hi everybody and welcome to FabTax. I'm Rosemary, and in this video we're going to take a quick pause from our small space decor series to participate in the Christmas in July collaboration. I'd like to thank the host of this collaboration, Tammy from My World in OKC, Sandra from Sandra's Crafty Mom, and Jody from Jody's Craft Room. To view all of the contributors to this collaboration, check out the hashtag ChristmasOKC. In addition, I provided a link to Jody, Tammy, and Sandra's channels below. As for our small space decor series, Nicky will be back with another dorm edition later on today. But in this video, I'm going to show you how I made these farmhouse Christmas stocking holders. I chose to use the word joy, but if you have the need for more letters and more Christmas stockings, you could use words like Noel for 4 letters or peace for 5. To get started, I used these letters that I got from Walmart for $1.47, some scrapbook paper, some clips from the Dollar Tree, a little box plaque from the Dollar Tree, some Dollar Tree stones, these flat black stones that they have at the Dollar Tree, and then also a small container of the ink colored chalk paint. So the first thing I did was take these little wooden plaques and remove the center little circle piece. They'll be cute to use on another project some other time. But for this project, we're just going to remove them from all 3 of the boxes. And then I took these river stones, I think they call them, from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to just use these stones to weight down the little boxes and hot glue the stones to the interior of the box. And this way, you know, it'll counterbalance the weight of the stocking. So if you ever notice, those stocking holders have a really, you know, they have some weight to them. So I took those and hot glued those all to the bottom. Now I did end up using a second layer as well. So I glued one layer in and then put a second layer on top. Most of the bottom was covered twice in order to really create a nice heavy base. I made sure to keep the stones within the edges of the box, and that made sure that none of the stones protruded outside the box so that the box will stay nice and flat when I flip it over. So you can see here that when I turn the box to the side, none of the rocks are protruding out of the box. To create the hooks for the stocking, I used these Dollar Tree removable hooks, and I actually took the backs and just pulled them right off so that it just left the plastic in behind. And then I used E6000 glue to attach the plastic hook to the bottom of the little box. Once all 3 were on, I set them aside to dry. So at this stage, what I should have done was trace the letters on the scrapbook paper before they were painted. But I did it a little backwards and I went ahead and painted those. But then of course I had to wait for them to dry before I could trace the letters on the scrapbook paper, and it would have been so much better if I had done that before, because I would have been cutting them out while the letters were drying, the painted letters were drying. So you may want to do that if you do decide to do this project. So then after letters were dry, I went back with my piece of scrapbook paper and then just took a pencil and traced out the letters. Now I kind of pushed the pencil like inwards. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you know, kind of went as close to the letter as possible. So there you can see the pencil outline of the letters that I traced. And then when I went to cut them, I made sure that I cut to the inside of the line so that the pencil mark stayed on what was remaining and not what I was going to use to apply to the letters. Then I used some Mod Podge to apply the scrapbook cutouts to the block letters. Once the paper was applied to all 3 letters, I set the 3 letters aside to dry. Next, I again took the black chalk paint and painted the bases and the hooks. While the bases were drying, I went back to the letters and applied a coat of Mod Podge to the top as well as the sides and the back. I used hot glue to attach the letters to the bases. And then I just took a piece of the jute twine and attached it with a little dab of hot glue, and then wrapped it around the base a couple of times. And then I just made a little jute twine bow and attached that as well with some hot glue. Then I just added a tiny bit of hot glue along the sides of the jute and the back, just to hold that jute twine in place. So there you have it, a little farmhouse style Christmas stocking holder for the Christmas in July collaboration. On average, these came in at about $2.50 each, which is a much better price than I've seen for similar ones in the stores. They're going for about $35 to $55, somewhere in that range. So this is a much better value. And remember, if you wanted to check out the other contributors to this collaboration, the hashtag is ChristmasOKC. And links to the hosts' channels can be found in the description box below. And if you are new to our channel and like what you see, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you join the family. We will be back shortly with our small space decor series and hope to see you there. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.